Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this brief market update. We're going to try to do this under 5 minutes. I thought I must share this after we've been able to catch some moves on the daily live trading room based on the PMI, which is the Purchase Management Index, which has a 50 basis points. This is how simple you can understand this news event. So it has a benchmark of 50. If the value that comes up is above 50, that means expansion in the economy. And if the value is below 50, that means contraction in the economy, or the economy is health. Basically, this is a economic health indicator. So as you can see, today being the 23rd of August, Wednesday, we had from the French flash PMI, we've got 46.7, which is lower than before, which is also lower than 50. So that is not inspiring confidence in investors that would be interested to invest in the French economy. Same thing happened with the German PMI. We also had a value lower than 50 and lower than the previous value. So as you can see, even from the pound, the PMI services at 42.5 when the previous value was at 45.3. So that is negative. So it's very important to understand this macroeconomic picture, because you take that bias into the financial market, into the charts. And once you get into the charts, now you understand or you have a bias or an idea of what kind of trade setups you're going to be looking for, buying or selling opportunities. Now let's look at DXY, still pushing to the upside, approaching 104, where we have our point of interest or our supply area right there. We also have, let's look at the euro. The euro has been on a daily time frame. If we look at current market structure, we have a lower high there, a lower low over here. So I think it should be here. Got a lower high there, got a lower low over here, we've got a lower high there. So I don't know, maybe one needs to delete one of this. Yep. Yeah, there it's gone. So which means right now we're looking for selling opportunities within this range, right? So maybe to these lows, I don't know, maybe to these lows. So what do we do here? Let's go on a 4-hour time frame quickly. I'm gonna give everything to you guys. Just crash course on the analysis, right? So these are our fib, and so our fib, we're waiting for a premium area, of which it is going to be this supply area that has not been mitigated. The news created the volatility and push to the downside. It doesn't mean that we can't still have opportunities in this market. We're going to look for entries above this zone. So there we go. So this is what we call liquidity right here. And above that liquidity, there's lots of imbalance that the market needs to come back and fill in just right before we mitigate that order block, right? So there we go. So that's what we have on the euro. We're looking for selling opportunities driven by the PMI, right? So this is what we'll be anticipating here. Price pushing further to the upside, and we're gonna get some sells here. I don't know when this trade setup is going to play out. Probably today, tomorrow. I don't know, but just have it in mind if you missed today's entry. So we did take after the imbalance here, we did make an entry here. Our targets have been met already because we had a 1:5 risk reward ratio. But for now, what we're looking for is for market to come back to this area, because it wasn't mitigated. This move was probably driven by the PMI. As you can see, it happened at 7. It was driven by the PMI plus it happened at 7:08 a.m. right? So it was driven by the PMI plus this imbalance that market had here. So we're still waiting for price to push up a little bit, and then we're gonna make an entry around 1.27600. On to the next one. Already 5 minutes has elapsed. So let's look at DAX or German 30, which is now it's the German 40, by the way, top 40 German companies. So what happened here today? We had the last day's close. Yesterday's close was right here at 15,700 roughly. So what happened is the market opened above it, gapped up. As you can see, there's a gap here. So my idea is that we need to come back to this area of supply, because always you need to be selling at oversupply areas where the bearish move is initiated, and you need to be buying at demand areas where the bullish moves are initiated. So these are liquidity points. So this was yesterday's significant support. Yep. This was yesterday's significant support. So what I'll be expecting is for the market to come back to 15,900, make a reaction there, then we sell to the downside. As you see, the German PMI was also negative. Let's look at NASDAQ. NASDAQ, almost a similar setup that we're anticipating, even though we have an area of interest around 15,200. I'll bet on the market reacting at yesterday's resistance level, and then taking out yesterday's support. So we need to see a reaction around 15,050 and take it all the way down with us. Okay, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, catch you on the next one. Remember, if you want to join us on the daily live trading room, do give me a shout. I'm gonna leave my details below this post as I did yesterday. Shout out to those that have been contacting me already. Let's just trade for a living, ladies and gentlemen. Trade for a living.